Hi and welcome to Captain Shumbucket TV. I haven't been uploading a lot of videos lately, but I will be starting that from today actually. So today I will be talking about my experience with Halo 4 and my opinions about it. I'm going to start off with saying it is a great game, but it's a big but the campaign is amazing. I like what they've done with it. A bit too short in my opinion. Really like how you could say how what Nolan did with Batman. Really, they made a more darker, more desperate feeling about it. But my big but here is the multiplayer. In my opinion, the multiplayer has been completely decimated. For several reasons. One of the biggest reasons, in my opinion, are especially Forerunner weapons or Promethean weapons, whatever, that has been brought in from the campaign. They are immensely overpowered and shift the balance of the game so much. It's just really stupid. Especially binary rifle, no matter where it hits you, you die. Second thing, the recoil when you aim. When you get shot and you're aiming, your recoil goes up straight away. So if you get in a firefight, there is basically no point in being zoomed in. And my third point is about the ordnance and the loadouts. I like the old school Halo, where you had to fight for the resources on the map. Not everyone can run around, for example, with a sniper or a rocket, because they had an ordnance that gave them to it. And I don't know about the loadouts. I kind of like the point where you can choose what starting weapon you want, but not the part where you choose what perks you want, what equipment you want in secondary perks, I guess you'd call it. Because all in all, I think it really makes the game less skill based, because as I said before, it used to be fighting about the resources, but now it's a lot more who's got the best weapon. An example of that is the Incarcerator Cannon, for example. Extremely good aim, accuracy with it, and extremely potent killer. But with the ordnance, you can get it fairly easy. So to the next point, what sort of ruins the game for me is the non-punishment for leaving a game and a game starting without a full team. As you can see here, we had people leaving time to time, and kind of gets to me, since in at least Halo Reach you had a punishment on your XP, and that sort of discouraged people from leaving games all the time. But what you see now is people constantly leaving games. You look for a game when you want to play something, and you get thrown into a game which is basically 10 points from losing. And for those people, I mean, I'm not so upset by it, but it gets quite annoying. But the people who really cares about their stats, it can be really troublesome. Also, starting with the games, I mean, I had several times when big team battles, for example, started with 3 versus 8, and that's just, I mean, I don't know, it's a bug or what it is, but it is ridiculously bad. So I mean, I've always been an Halo fan, and I always loved all the Halo games. The multiplayer was awesome, but every time I play this now, I was playing this with my friend Avi, and we constantly get irritated at the game, raging. The spawning especially is horrific compared to what it used to be. You can spawn, like we played here, you might see sometimes now. I spawn, and boom, dead, boom, dead, boom, dead, all the time. And I don't think it's so hard to create spawn points. Basically make a spawn point where you're not too far from the enemy and not too close to the enemy, which should be possible to do with proper coding. I guess I'm not a game maker. But all in all, I am quite disappointed in the Halo multiplayer itself. Also seen a lot of exploiting, glitching into walls, etc. to survive in Flood, for example. And yeah, it just does not feel like the same Halo anymore. I don't know. This makes me very frustrated when playing these days. They added SWAT, which I love, did quite well at. But after that, the spawning on a small map was horrific. So we stopped playing after a couple of games, me and Avi. Yeah, I guess what I want to say about Halo is, like, me, a hardcore fan for Halo gaming, really think they are trying to compete with Call of Duty when it comes to kill streaks, pretty much kill streaks and customization, and it just does not work with a game. Sure, 343 Studios might want to put their own touch into the Halo series, but in my opinion they should just stuck to the old school, which obviously they did not. And I don't know, I'm getting Black Ops 2 hopefully today. Had some really good reviews about it, and I'm actually, how sad enough it sounds, looking forward quite a lot to that game, because honestly I can't see myself playing this game as hardcore I used to play my other Halo games. It's just too many frustrating factors. It might get updated in the future, balancing the weapons, etc. But I just don't feel that it is what it used to be, pretty much. It's quite sad in my opinion, because Halo's never going to be as big as Black Ops was, or Call of Duty, whichever you want to call it. But what they done now is just made it like any other game, really. Same type of style in it still, but it's just too much changed. And I mean, innovation is never wrong, but when you mess with a game this much, it just does not feel right. So yeah, I was happy to see that they added Team SWAT after community requests. Have not seen Team Snipers yet, might be added later, which I've seen they said on their forums. But personally, I think the online gaming for this is gonna decrease quite a lot, if people feel like I do, because it just gets ridiculous sometimes when you're playing big team Slayer and you got 4 people in the enemy team with snipers, and because of the spawning they got all the vehicles, etc. And no, it's just, it did not work out for me. Quite surprised by myself. I thought I would love the game, which I do to Ascend when it comes to campaign and Spartan Ops. No, let's not forget that. But other than that, it has failed in my eyes, quite heavily so. Feels like it sort of abandoned its standard professional gaming base, if you say that way. Because I cannot see a game where ordnance and these spawns and loadouts could fit in. I know they had an MLG at the start of the game, but no, I could never imagine myself playing with this. Just does not feel right. So sad enough, I have decided I will not be uploading a lot of Halo as I thought I would be at the start. Most certainly will be Black Ops. Hopefully I'm still good at that game as well. Yeah, because as I said before, I read some good reviews about it, and Treyarch always been good with the games. My favourite Call of Duty game of all time is actually Wall at War. So yeah, really looking forward to it. Hopefully come today, but you never know. And just some tips if you want to watch out for weird game modes is especially Dominion, Big Team Infinitive Slayer I think it's called, yeah. A lot of glitching going on Flood, really fun if you got friends, but other than that it can kill you completely, mentally that is. SWAT is still pretty fun. Spawns needs a bit fixed though. So yeah, this is my daily rant, I guess. Quite tired, haven't had my coffee yet, so might be stuttering sometimes. I hope you enjoyed watching, and subscribe if you're wanting to see more. And this guy's trying to kill me. Yep. Thank you, and keep on gaming.